Hello, 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 hello. Oh, we got so many people waiting. It's because I'm a minute late. Let's go, everybody. There we go. Hi there.
Good afternoon.
Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday.
Thank you, Jacinta. Jacinta, I just sent a message to you. Did you get it?
Yeah, I just saw it. I'm reading it now.
Okay, perfect.
Thank you for your quick response.
Of course. My pleasure. Absolutely. Oh, we're going to have a great class today. I'm very excited. I am very, very excited by what we are going to do. We got our welcomes, which is fantastic. Hi to Darwin, hi to Mahima, hi to Anjali. And I'm just going to be taking attendance. So we got hi, Alana. How are you, Alana? And LBT, Luca Bella, good to see you. And who else is here? Cornisha is here. Cornisha, thank you for that very nice email that you sent me.
No problem, sir.
I really appreciated that feedback. It was fantastic. Natalia, ¿cómo está? And Fiona, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Thank you. Celine, ¿cómo está, señorita?
Hola.
¿Qué pasa con usted?
Todo bien, gracias.
¿Todo es bien? ¿Y su familia? ¿Son
Muy
bien?
bien.
¿Todos son bien en su familia?
Sí.
Bueno.
Alguien del salón.
Bueno, okay, who else? Yichu.
Ella sí, él no.
Darwin.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Yichu, I forget how to say, I'm so sorry. I forget how to say, oh, ni hao. Is that right?
Yes, you're right.
Was that correct?
Yep, it's correct.
Good. Mahima. Mahima, thank you for your message. Good to see you. I appreciated you coming on time.
Thank you. Yeah.
My pleasure. I really appreciated you emailing me. That was really thoughtful of you. Thank you.
Welcome.
Aban, how are you, my friend? Dan is here. Yuan is here. Oh, Chanel. Nice to see Chanel here today. And Harsh is also here. All right, so, we got some people waiting, like Juliana. Juliana's waiting to get in. Okay. All right, so let me see what we got here. We've got Alana, we've got, hold on. Okay, I'm going to do a attendance call. Hopefully I've got everybody down. If I don't have your name down, just let me know. And the reason I'm speaking so quickly is because we got so much to do today and so little time. Actually, no, that's not true. By the way, guys, I just want to let you know, I hope that this is good news for you. I spoke with the program coordinator today, and I spoke with the administration at Seneca College. I don't know if I told this to you yet, but we have extended the semester so that we can spend a little more time together. So the course is going to run for 3 years, okay? So we got 3 years together. Now, the only stipulation that the Seneca College administration said that the only way that I can do the course for the next 3 years with you is that if one of the assignments is a 3-year food diary. So how do you all feel about keeping track of your food every day for the next 3 years? Because that's the only way we can run this course for the next 3 years. So I'm going to wait for your feedback here. Going to wait to see what some of the feedback is like here in the chat room. If anybody wants to share what their thoughts are, how you guys feel about keeping a food diary for the next 3 years. That's, like I said, that's the only way the course is going to run. I'm willing to do that. I'm willing, and I'll keep it with you. I'll keep a food diary for 3 years. So far nobody has. Oh, Celine, we have 1 student enrolled for the next 3 years. Okay, that's great. Now, the only problem is Celine can't be the only one. I need at least 2 people because we're doing group work in our class. So somebody else has to sign up for 3 years. Aban has signed up. Okay, we've got a class now for the next 3 years. That is fantastic. Darwin, okay, we've got 3 people now. Darwin is signed up for 3 years with me. All right, I will be sending you a tuition bill via email. I need you guys to pay up front. And actually the money goes all to me, by the way. I should let you know, it doesn't go to Seneca College. Guys, I'm kidding. You know I'm kidding. You know my goofy humor by this point. We are not going to keep going for 3 years, as much as I would like to be your teacher for the next 3 years. All right, enough about me. Who else has joined us? Nicole, welcome, Nicole. How are you? Good to see you.
Sir, how are you?
And you, how are you? Okay, and Zach's here. All right, here we go. Countdown. Alana, LBT, Luca Bella Tacoma, Cornisha, Nathalia, Fiona, Celine,
I'm here.
Yichu, thank you, Darwin, Angeli, Mahima, Sukena, Aban, Dana, Yi Wan, and let's see, Chanel, you're here. So happy to see you, Chanel. We're very happy. I'm very happy you're back. We missed you. So glad that you're back.
I'm here.
And hi. And Harsh is here. And Juliana's here. And Nicole is here. And Zaki is here. Okay. All right. So what are we going to, by the way, I am so sorry about what happened last week. I really apologize. I messed up badly. So thank you everybody for staying a little bit later because of my mess up. I am going to be sending everybody via email a feedback form because I did get an email from Judy, the dietitian, and she has asked that if anybody would like to share their feedback about the session last week, there is a form. It's like a survey you can fill out and it goes directly to Loblaws. And you can let Loblaws know because Judy works for Loblaws. She's a dietitian with Loblaws, and you can let her know, or you can let them know if you want to fill out the survey form. Okay. Hi, Chanel. The other thing is, some of you may have gotten it. Yesterday, I sent you an email with the link to the Marketplace TV show from CBC about gluten-free foods and the link on lentils that Judy, the dietitian, also talked to us about. Okay. All right. So what are we going to do today? We are actually going to be picking up where we left off last week, because last week we're not, in the interest of time, because I want to do a lot today, we're going to skip the exercise. We're going to do it. We're going to do it next week. But, and here's the but, and I'm serious about this. This time I'm not kidding. I would love for somebody to submit to me their suggestion for some music that I can put our dance party to next week. So if somebody right now during class time has a suggestion for some music that they'd like me to play next week, that I can arrange for some dancing, put it in the chat room. Otherwise, send it to me during the week, because I would really love to do this again next week. I got feedback from some, by the way, and again, there's another thank you. I want to thank all those who did submit their start, stop, continue. I really do appreciate that. For everybody who did, I have already gone out and bought each of you a new car. Yes, it's true. I bought all of you a new car, each and every one of you. There are several of you, and I felt so grateful that I went out in my own pocket, my own money. I went out and I bought each of you guys a new car, And then I realized after I paid all that money for new cars that you guys don't drive yet. So I had to return. Oh, Celine, you drive. Oh, well, okay. I had to return the cars because I just assumed that none of you drive. So you play Mario Kart. You played Mario Kart once. Very good. Very good, Aiden. I like that. So unfortunately, even though I did have new cars for everybody, I had to return them back to the dealer. I am sorry, Celine, I'm so sorry. But Celine, listen, you are going to be in my class for the next 3 years anyway. So hopefully in the next 3 years, I will be able to get you an opportunity to get a new car. How's that? Okay. All right. Seriously though. I don't even know where I was, but I think I was thanking you for the start, stop, continue. And what I was going to say within the start, stop, continue was that several of you had said, keep doing the dance party music. And I would love to do that. So that's why I'm going to suggest if somebody can just give me a suggestion for some music that we can play next week, that'd be great. By the way, on May 20th, we do have another guest speaker. And that guest speaker is Liam Latouche. He is a naturopath. And he's going to be talking all about not just the career of naturopathy, but he's going to be talking about food and supplements and all kinds of stuff that you probably have a lot of questions about, especially when it comes to workouts. Do we need supplements? What are the best foods for working out? And what should we be thinking about when we work out? What should we not thinking about? What foods are helpful? What foods are not helpful? We're going to be talking about that in a couple of weeks. But today we're going to be building on the Canada Food Guide, which Judy Chodurker, the dietitian, talked about last week. All right. So let's get right to it, because today also, and again, thank you for the feedback that I got, for those who sent me their feedback. Some of you said we would like to do some group work. So today we are actually going to be going into some group work. We're going to be going into breakout rooms. I have an assignment for you guys to do in the breakout room. It's a class assignment. So we'll have time to do that. So let's get right into today's presentation on the Canada Food Guide. Jacinta, my song request, Under Pressure. Oh yes, that's a great song. I love it. I love that. Thank you. That's fantastic. I will put that to some dance moves and we will all dance to Under Pressure next week. Jacinta, 2 thumbs up. Thank you very much. Let's go. I'm going to share the screen with you guys now. Give me 1 second. Share the screen. And where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I'm not seeing my, hold on a second. Why am I not seeing it? Give me 1 sec, guys. And let me try pulling it up one more time. Hopefully this time it'll work. And let's see. Really weird. I am not, for some reason, I cannot pull up this. I can't pull up my my PowerPoint. That's bizarre. I'm not sure why. Give me 1 sec, guys. I'm really sorry about this. I need to close out some, I think I have to close out some documents. Give me 1 sec. And I'm really sorry about this. I don't know why this happened, because this normally does not happen. So I'm going to close that out. I'm going to close this out. And I'm going to close this out. And I'm going to close that out. I don't know why this is happening. This is really bizarre. This never happened to me before. Stick with me, guys. I'm sorry. Oh, there we go. Okay, here we are. Now, there we go. Okay, can I get a thumbs up from somebody? Can you guys see this?
We can see it.
Yes.
Okay, beautiful. All right, so today's lecture is actually It says Georgian College, FITN, Fitness and Wellness. Did you guys know that Seneca College has changed its name to Georgian College just today? Did you guys know? Anybody tell you? And the course is now called FITN. No, I'm kidding. I used this lecture today, just last month, with my students at Georgian College. Same lecture, but I did not change it to say Seneca College. I will do that. That will be done. All right, let's get on with it. So the purpose of the Canada Food Guide. The purpose of the Canada Food Guide is to basically educate Canadians on how to eat well. All right, that's basically it. It started in the 1940s. That is about 70 years ago. Actually, it's over 70 years ago that it started. And it went from a small little piece of paper like this, right? Can you see that? Basically, it was like a little pamphlet that basically, and this is exactly what it looked like. This is exactly what it looked like. It had no pictures. It was just a little booklet, not even a booklet, like a piece of paper that told Canadians during World War II what to eat and what not to eat. And then eventually it turned into this, the official Ontario high school diet. Has anybody seen the official Ontario high school diet? It is made up of McDonald's, KFC, Burger King, Baskin Robbins, Snickers, Coke, Wonder Bread, and fruit leather. Now, I don't know if any of you have seen the official Ontario high school diet, but I am kidding with you guys. This is certainly not the official Ontario high school diet. It's probably more the unofficial, because this is typically, maybe you can relate to this. This is typically what a lot of people in high school are eating these days. We're going to show you, however, the new Canada Food Guide. It's not so new anymore. It's 2 years old. What the 2019 Canada Food Guide does so that you stop eating like this and you start eating like this right here. Let's go to the YouTube. Oh, I have to stop sharing the screen though first before you can see it. Give me one sec. Okay. Give me one sec. I gotta stop sharing the video. I gotta stop sharing the screen. And what I need to do is I need to, here we go. Share screen, share sound. There we go. And Celine, I want you to let me know. I'm going to ask you if you can say see or no. Let me know if you can hear this.
Hi, I'm Dr. Yoni Friedhoff. I'm an associate professor of family medicine at the University of Ottawa and the medical director of the
Can you hear it?
See.
Bariatric Medical Institute and a long-time past critic of Canada's Food Guide. But I have to say, with this new food guide that's been launched today, I have nothing left to criticize. This is a big change from past guides, which in turn I think catered more to industry than to health. Gone are the days of chocolate milk and juice being healthy beverages. Gone are the days of dairy getting its own unwarranted category. And gone is this nutrient-focused approach to nutrition in Canada. And in its place is an evidence-based representation of dietary patterns and the benefits they may provide to people who follow them in terms of the treatment and prevention of chronic diseases. So dairy never deserved its own category. You know, dairy is a food that contains protein and also provides calcium. There are many foods where you can obtain both protein and calcium that aren't dairy. The food guide doesn't discourage the consumption of dairy aside from the consumption of sugar-sweetened dairy, so things like chocolate milk. So if you enjoy dairy and want to use it as a protein source, this food guide would not tell you to go otherwise. However, removing it as its own category is consistent again with the idea that dairy is not so special that it requires its own food group. So the thinking on meat has changed because we know that, well, two things. One, that there are issues around environmental sustainability that are associated with meat, and there's concerns that diets that are rich in meat may have impacts on the environment that are different from plant-based protein-sourced eating. The other issue is in regard to saturated fat in processed foods, especially processed meats. Processed meats have been shown to have an association with colon cancer. And in terms of saturated fats, although this food guide no longer is fat phobic, it is not telling Canadians to worry about the total fat content of their diet. This food guide is rightly telling Canadians that if you can switch from saturated fats, so the animal fats, to unsaturated fats, the plant oils and fish oils, that there are health benefits. And that is a consensus belief around fat that is shared, including among those advocates of low-carb, high-fat diets. Brazilian Food Guide has been cheered as one of the most progressive in the world. Certainly this food guide would sit alongside it. Whether one is better than the other is up to people who argue about nitty-gritty details. All told, though, this is a food guide Canadians can be proud of, just as Brazilians can be proud of theirs. If you want to have a peek at the food guide yourself, it's food-guide.canada.ca, and you can have a peek at it. Explore it. There's many documents there, and the hope is that over time, unlike past food guides, this one will be more live, meaning that as changes occur in an understanding of nutrition, the food guide will reflect those changes more quickly. More web pages will be added, more resources will be added. This is a good day for food in Canada.
Okay, perfect. All right. Let's go back to boom. Gonna stop sharing. Okay, and here we are. I got to share this again with you. Hold on a second. Give me 1 sec. Still, can you believe it? I'm still learning the ropes after 7 weeks of our class. Let me go back. Sharing this. And here we are. Okay, so basically, what was the takeaway message from the that video? There were a couple takeaway messages. One of them is that dairy, while not bad, they weren't saying anything. Dr. Yoni Friedhoff, who was the narrator of that video, he is one of Canada's leading advocates of healthy eating. He's at the University of Ottawa, and he is a big proponent of plant-based eating and eating less dairy and less meat. So that's why he's such a big advocate of the Canada Food Guide, because it's not telling people not to eat dairy, right? It's not saying you can't have it. It's saying that it should not be in its category all its own. It should be included among all proteins. And so that's why it doesn't have a category all its own. So, and what else is he talking about there? What else did he say? Another advantage of the Canada Food Guide is that being it focuses much more on plant-based foods and much less on animal-based foods like red meat. And why is that? A couple years ago, the World Health Organization came out and said that processed meats like salami, like the kind of deli meats that we get in the deli counter at the supermarket, they are related to an increase in colon cancer. What does that mean? Does that mean that you can never have a salami sandwich again? Does that mean that you can never have cold cuts again? No. I think we talked about this a couple of weeks ago. It means that you should make something like deli meats a reward meal. Remember, we talked about reward meals or cheat meals. So something like deli meats would be a reward meal, something that you might have once a week, for example, but not something that would be typically part of your diet anymore. We got a comment, does plant-based mean vegetable and fruit? Yes. So plant-based, see, absolutely. Celine asked, does plant-based mean just vegetables and fruit? It means anything that grows in the ground, okay? Anything that does not have legs is basically considered plant-based, okay? So that would include all vegetables, all fruits, all grains as well. So processed plant-based products. Jacinta, do you want to give me a specific example of what you mean when you say processed plant-based products? because even I'm just curious to know, I'm just trying to think off the top of my head what an example of processed plant-based diet food would be. It could be, oh, I know, if you're thinking of something like, maybe are you thinking of something like one of those veggie burgers, like a veggie burger or a soy hot dog. Those would be processed, I guess, because they have other ingredients in them. If it's plant-based, it's okay. It really is okay, even if it's processed. So like if you pick up a package of soy-based burgers or soy-based hot dogs, it's not meat, it's soy. And what is soy? Soy comes from soybeans. And where do soybeans come from? Come from the earth. So it's really okay. So anything that is plant-based is really okay to eat. And so that's one of the main things, one of the main big things of this Canada Food Guide. Let's look at a little bit more detail at the Canada Food Guide. We are going to click this. And we can see, here we go, Canada Food Guide. So this is the big thing about the Canada Food Guide. Here we have the half the plate of fruits and vegetables. Now let's look at this. This is protein, right? Quarter of the plate is protein. Look at this. This is what? I'm going to assume this is probably yogurt, right? And what does it mean? Going back to what Yoni Friedhoff said in that YouTube video, he said dairy should not have its own category. It should just be included among all the other proteins. And that's in fact what this Canada Food Guide did. This could be milk for all I know, or it could be yogurt. I suspect this looks more like yogurt. So yogurt, obviously dairy, obviously from a cow, is one of the types of proteins among many types of proteins, like eggs, which are very high in protein, like nuts. Here we see almonds, which are high in protein, like beans, which we see, which are high in protein, like beef, which we see that's high in protein. Now, again, the great thing about the food guide is it's not saying that you can never have red meat. Here's beef. It's not saying that you can never have red meat again, just saying that, look at, it's small, right? Comparatively to these other plant-based proteins, the amount of red meat protein in this section is relatively small to all the other types of proteins that are here, which are mostly plant-based. I got a question here, and that is, I don't think you can see. Oh, my bad. I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm so embarrassed. Well, I'm going to stop. Man, my bad. I'm going to have to start that all over again. All right, here we go. I'm sorry. Can you guys see this now?
Yes.
Okay, Celine, thank you. I'm sorry about that. All right, let me go over what I was saying before. So here is the Canada Food Guide plate. Very, very sensible. We got half the plate. That is fruits and vegetables. Now let's look at the protein. The protein, as I was saying before, here we have dairy. This looks like yogurt, right? So it's like what Yoni Friedhoff was saying. It's only, you don't have to have a separate category for dairy. You can put the dairy in amongst all the other protein. Now, if we look at all the proteins here, we can see a lot. There's a lot of different proteins. Here's fish, here's eggs, here's tofu, here's beef, here's nuts, here's chickpeas, here's beans, here's lentils. That looks probably like chicken. What would you say the majority of proteins are in this quarter? I would say the majority is plant-based, right? If we look at all the different kinds of seeds and nuts and everything like that, I would say it makes up a little bit more than half of the proteins there. And that's because the Canada Food Guide tells us that most of our proteins should come from plant-based sources. Now let's look at the carbs. Carbs are also 1/4 of the Canada Food Guide plate. Look at how all these carbs are really healthy. Brown, right? Whole grain bread. That pasta does not look like white pasta. It looks like whole grain pasta to me. We got a comment here, and that comment is, what does that comment say? Is tofu natural? Absolutely, Celine. Tofu is 100% natural. Tofu is from soybeans, and we know soybeans grow from the ground. Soy is a plant, so tofu is very natural. All right. Again, let's look at some of these other grains. This looks like brown rice. This looks like buckwheat or something like that. So you can see the Canada Food Guide is a really, really smart guide. See, choose whole grain foods. Beverage of choice, water. There we go. Okay, we're going to get out of this slide. I'm going to stop sharing that. I'm going to go back to the PowerPoint. Here we go. I am back to the PowerPoint right now. I think I'm getting a little better at this. Maybe I spoke too soon. Here we go. Okay, what about fats? You notice we didn't see fats in the Canada Food Guide. We saw half the plate with fruits and vegetables. We saw a quarter of the plate with whole grains, and we saw a quarter of the plate with proteins. But we didn't say anything about fats. That doesn't mean that the Canada Food Guide doesn't emphasize fats. It does. It does emphasize fats. It emphasizes nuts and seeds, avocados, fatty fish, and vegetable oil like olive oils, like we see here. Olive oil, avocado oil. There we have chia seeds. Here we have almonds. Here we have olives. Here we have sunflower seeds. All of these are healthy fats, which is emphasized in the Canada Food Guide. Next, Mediterranean diet. Has anybody heard of the Mediterranean diet? Curious to know. Let me see if I get any answers. I've had Mediterranean food. Aiden, if you've eaten a Mediterranean food, then you have eaten on the Mediterranean diet, which is basically what the Canada Food Guide is based on. And I'm going to show you why right now. By the way, before we go on, and I was kind of afraid of this. How many people here are able to stay until 4:30? Are most of you guys able to stay till 4:30? Would you say? We got a yeah from Zach. We got a yeah from Aiden. Okay, no problem, Juliana. I totally get it. Understand. Absolutely. Celine, so a fair number of you are able to stay until 4:30, which is great. Okay, totally understand, Sukana. Absolutely, no problem. We're going to get to this. I'm going to move ahead really, really quickly here. But for those of you who can stay, that's great. But I am still going to get everybody into groups so we can at least start working together in a group. So let's go back to the Canada Food Guide right here. Okay, we are right there. Boom. That's the Mediterranean food diet. Doesn't it look very similar to the Canada Food Guide? Let's look, let's compare. The Mediterranean diet, which is a diet that basically, why is it called Mediterranean diet? Because it's the diet that most Mediterranean countries, like for example, any of the Middle Eastern countries, like Cyprus, like Greece, like Israel, like Lebanon, like Syria, like Iraq, like European countries, like Italy, like France, any of the countries, Morocco, Egypt, any of the countries that are around the Mediterranean Sea. That's why the diet is called the Mediterranean diet, because it originated in those countries. And if we look at what the Mediterranean diet is like, it's exactly like the Canada Food Guide. Let's look. Almost half the plate is full of vegetables. Then we have fruit. Well, actually, fruit and vegetables make up half this plate, just like the Canada Food Guide makes up half the plate. Good carbs makes up a quarter of the Mediterranean diet plate. Same here. Proteins, the same kind of proteins that we see in the Canada Food Guide, and good fats like nuts and avocados. So very similar. So if you are already eating foods like this, you are already eating the Mediterranean diet. And if you're eating the Mediterranean diet, you are in fact eating the Canada Food Guide. So props to you for that. The other benefit of the Mediterranean food diet, which is really, really cool, if we look at it as a pyramid, we can see, what do we see here on the bottom? Lots and lots of fruits and vegetables. A lot of fruits and vegetables here, right? Okay. So, and then we have fish, and at the very top, we have more protein, right? and then at the very, very top, meats and sweets. But what makes the Mediterranean diet so unique is what do we see here at the very bottom? The importance of what? The importance of exercise, the importance of people eating together, people sitting around and eating together, the social aspect of mealtime, the social aspect of eating, because we know, and you guys are proof of it, when you're eating with other people who you like, does that not enhance the food that you're eating? When you're sitting across the table from somebody who you like and having a meal, that makes the food that much better. It makes the experience of eating much more enjoyable, as opposed to eating by yourself and either scrolling through your phone or watching TV or something like that. That's why the Mediterranean diet recognizes the importance of eating with people to enhance your enjoyment of food, and why it also emphasizes exercise to get the benefits of eating healthy food. Okay, so I'm actually I'm gonna skip through this right now because this is basically just a review of what we talked about. The benefits of the Canada food diet or the Mediterranean diet. We just talked about how it's veggie focused. We talked about how it's focused on fats and fish. Now, here are some of the benefits of the Mediterranean diet. It's listed here. A lot of really, really good benefits. It's listed here a little easier. If it says Mediterranean diet, I want you to be thinking Canada food guide diet. Same thing. All of these are benefits of the Mediterranean diet. Improves our heart. It helps prevent cancer, keeps our brain healthy, promotes weight loss, and nourishes your body to keep your bodies functioning properly. All right. This is stuff that you can do on your own. All right. Learning about the Canada Food Guide for breakfast. Here's some ideas. You can go to this link. We got a couple of points here. And what do we have here? Give me one sec, guys. It is coming through and I'm not seeing it. I'm going to, oh, there it was. We got two questions here. It took a second. What kind, from Celine, what kind of meat should we avoid? Well, Celine, that's a really good question. I'm not going to say you should ever avoid any meat. Okay, I'm not here to tell you that you should never eat anything. But I am here to say, definitely limit your choice of red meat, especially processed meat. What does that mean? If you go to a deli counter, you'll see sliced bologna, you'll see sliced salamis, you'll see all kinds of deli meats that have been processed with a lot of salt added, okay? That is fine for a treat. If you want to treat yourself every so often to a really nice deli sandwich, go for it. But I wouldn't say avoid anything, as long as you know that eating red meat should only be done, in my opinion, and really in the opinion of Yoni Friedhoff from that video that you saw, should only be eaten really as a treat. Okay, I hope that answers your question. And from Aiden, can you use olive oil to fry things at higher heats, like dumplings, ground beef? I've heard it gets too hot. Give me 1 second. I'm going to be right back. I'm going to answer that question for you. I think I may have mentioned this to you. I may not have, but if I didn't, I'm going to mention it to you right now. Okay, I got two types of olive oil right here, extra virgin olive oil and light olive oil. Olive oil is a really, really good oil because it's so high in unsaturated fat. But if you're wanting to cook or fry, you want to use what's called light olive oil. It usually comes in like a yellowish kind of label like that. It's still olive oil, so you still have the benefits of olive oil, but it's not extra virgin olive oil, which you are correct, Aiden. It can burn at a lower frying temperature, but the light olive oil will burn at a higher frying temperature. So that's why you can use anything that says light olive oil for frying. And for this, the extra virgin olive oil, that's what you want to use as a salad dressing or pouring over hot vegetables. Okay, hopefully I gave you some information. Hopefully that helps you. All right. That is great. So now I'm going to get back to the PowerPoint. Let me go back here. Aiden, I hope I answered your question. So, Celine asked, what are the differences between these oils? They're both olive oils. They're both olive oils. It's in the way that they have been pressed. So I don't know exactly. Actually, it's a good question, Celine. I'm going to come up with that answer for you for next week. It's a great question. What is the difference between extra virgin olive oil, which is the olive oil you want to put on your salads, versus light olive oil, which is the oil that you want to use for frying? I will have that answer for you in terms of how they're made next week. Boom. Okay. All right. So guys, I'm just going to go back to the PowerPoint really, really quickly. And there we are. I'm on the wrong, am I on the wrong page? I am on the wrong page. Bad me. Let's get onto the right page now. That was the wrong page. Here is the right page. There we are. All right, so continuing where we left off. This is stuff that you can read on your own. This is a page about the Canada Food Guide. If you want to learn about foods that you can eat for breakfast using the Canada Food Guide, here's the links for you to do it. If you want to learn how to eat lunch, or dinner rather, on the Canada Food Guide. Boom. And snacking. There we go. Meal times. Here is another link for you to click onto to learn about mealtime recipes on the Canada Food Guide. Now, this is going to be stuff that you can read on your own as well. What happens if you're out with friends and you're at a fast food place and your menu doesn't look like this, right? It doesn't look like that. What if you're at Harvey's, or what if you're at Burger King, or what if you are at Subway or anywhere and there's no plate? So is it possible that you can still follow the Canada Food Guide even though your meal does not come on a plate? Absolutely. Let's look at that for a couple of examples. So you can make a burger through the Canada Food Guide way. Look, we've got our quarter of a plate carbs, right? We can make that a whole wheat bun. We've got our lean meat. Let's say it's a lean hamburger, a lean turkey burger, or a lean chicken burger. And we're loaded up with vegetables. Look at all those vegetables. So we've got half the plate of vegetables right there. We've got a quarter of the plate of protein as our chicken burger. We've got a quarter of our plate as a healthy carb, all in the form of a hamburger. We got a comment right here. And that comment is, we're going to go to the next screen while I wait for that comment. Again, look at that healthy sandwich that we've got here. Again, we got the carbs, that quarter of the plate as healthy carbs. We're loaded with what looks like healthy tuna fish for a healthy protein, and loaded with vegetables for that half plate of veggies, right? So you can see you can make anything into a Canada Food Guide meal, whether it's a sandwich, whether it's a burger, whether it's Harvey's, whether it's pizza, right? Let's look at healthy pizza. We got a crust. We can get a cauliflower crust these days at Pizza. And did you know that Pizza Nova now has plant-based pepperoni? So you can get plant-based pepperoni instead of processed meat pepperoni. And what do? Again, load up on the vegetables. You're going to have that healthy crust, right? A whole wheat crust or a whole grain crust, loaded up with tons of veggies. And if you want your protein could be that plant-based pepperoni, or it could be anything else. It could be chicken, or it could be even just the cheese itself could be the source of protein. Remember, cheese is dairy, and dairy is good. It's one part of the type of protein on the Canada Food Guide. So all this really to show you, and Subway, Tim Hortons, what you can do at all those places, Boston Pizza. All right, so anyway, that is it. I just wanted to finish off by saying, Next week, we're going to be studying the ketogenic diet. You might have heard of the keto diet. We're going to be learning a little bit more about that next week. But right now, what I want to do is I want to go into, give me one sec. I need to type in here, Word. There we go, Word. All right, we are going to go into breakout rooms. We are going to be, I'm going to break out, this is our breakout room chat. Ooh, we're paused. Okay. Yeah, so we got a couple questions here. I thought Subway was a healthy fast food restaurant choice. Celine, yes, it is and it isn't. You can make you can create a sandwich at Subway that is not so healthy. You could load it up with processed meat. You could load it up with all kinds of cheese, and you could load it up with all kinds of, and you could not put any vegetables on your Subway sandwich also. So it depends. You can make your Subway sandwich extremely healthy, Canada Food Guide healthy, or you can make it completely unhealthy also. But those are some of the suggestions that you can look at in the PowerPoint. Okay, we're going to break out into little groups today. And what are we going to talk about? I'm going to tell you exactly what we are going to be talking about right here. We're going to do this for about 10 minutes. For those of you who want to stay later, 5 minutes later, you're more than welcome to. We can keep the discussion going for a little bit longer. I'm going to copy this. I know that you can't see it right now, but here I am again, guys. Hi, it's me. I want everybody to look in the chat function. And there is our topic for our breakout rooms. I'm going to read this to you. Group members are going to discuss with each other your healthy eating experiences so far this semester. It could be sharing about anything you'd like, about the struggles that you've had eating healthy, about the successes that you've had eating healthy, about new foods that you have tried. For example, stress-busting foods, or maybe techniques that you've tried, mindful eating techniques. Has that been successful? Has it been enjoyable? Has it been a waste of time? Has it been so? That's another thing that you're going to be talking about. And also anything related to the challenges that you're having right now with regards to eating healthy. Talking with your other breakout room participants, brainstorming ideas, okay, to help you get through any sticking points. That's what we're going to be talking about. Okay, it's 4:09 right now. I'm going to put you all into breakout rooms. You're going to all have at least 10 minutes together to talk about there we go. Okay, let me just see. I just want to see here how many people we have. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. That's great. So I'm going to break you up into 7 groups of 3. All right. I'm putting you guys into breakout rooms and I will be checking in with you guys. All right. We'll be checking in soon. And let's see. There we go. And rooms are open.
So we forgot to write it down. What are we talking
Hi,
about?
Aiden.
I sort of forgot to write what we're supposed to be discussing down.
Can you see? It should be in the chat function.
Chat.
No, I don't see it there.
I don't see it either.
You don't see it?
No.
Yeah, make sure to type it to everyone.
Okay, okay, you know what? I'm seeing it right here. But let me, I am going to put it in there. Can you see it now?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
You see it now?
Oh, yep.
Yeah. you
Yep.
can.
Okay,
Cool,
great.
thank you.
Okay.
Mm,
Hi, Alana. Alana, did you get into a room? Hi, everybody. Hi, guys.
Hi.
I just want to see how it's going.
Um, no one has talked at the moment.
What's that?
No one has talked at the moment. Or like, there's no chat.
You couldn't see anything?
No.
All right, so I'm going to send it to you. I don't know what the problem is. Let me send it to you. I'm sorry about that. Damn, I apologize. Let me go out of here. All right. Okay, I know. Hold on one second. Okay, here we go. All right, there we go. Okay, can you see all that, guys?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay. Great. Lana, Sucana, LBT, are you having trouble seeing anything? Okay, I'm sorry about that. I apologize.
Yeah, we can see it now.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I don't know why that happened. So I apologize for that.
No worries. Okay, so we're just discussing like this.
Yeah, I want you to discuss with yourselves about the challenges that you've had so far in terms of sticking to healthy eating, if you've had any. All right, I'm going to be heading out to the other groups now. Okay, guys, I am sorry for that. I just realized you could not see anything. I'm so sorry for that, Dana. I'm so sorry for that, Chanel. Hopefully you've been able to still chat with each other about what your challenges have been in terms of sticking to healthy eating. But if you want to read through this will give you a little bit more idea as to things that you can chat about. And I'm sorry, I didn't realize that nobody was able to see the topic, okay? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, Chanel, I'm glad that you're back. It's good to see you. I'm glad you're here.
Thank you.
Okay, guys, I'm so sorry. I just realized you were not able to see what I had posted. So it's right here for you. If anybody can stay, it's 4:20 now. If anybody can stay another 10 minutes or even 5 minutes to chat, that would be great. But in any event, I hope that you've been able to talk a little bit about amongst yourselves about what your challenges have been so far. Okay, that's great, Carnisha. Thank you.
Protein shakes. They
Yeah.
suck, but you can just chug it down.
How's it going, guys?
Hi, sir.
Is it going okay?
Yeah.
We're talking about difficulties.
You're having some difficulty?
No, we're talking about difficulties, like the subject.
Oh,
is
okay,
not there.
great. Okay, good. All right, good. I'm gonna go check out the other rooms. Just wanted to see how you're doing.
Very cool. Thank you.
My pleasure. Thank
All
you.
High school?
Oh, yeah, same. I
Hi,
have
guys.
physics and art.
It's
Hi.
me. I'm so
Hi.
sorry. I just realized that you couldn't see the questions that I had posted. So I know it's a little bit late right now, but I'm posting it right there in case you haven't come up with some ideas to talk about. It sounds like you've already been talking about some ideas, which is great.
Yeah. Oh, I see the questions right here. Yeah, I see it.
All right, I'm going to leave this with you. If you guys
Okay.
can stay a few extra minutes, that's great. But we'll all come back at 4:30. If you guys can stay till 4:30, that'd be awesome.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, Juliana. Thanks, Mahima.
Welcome. Okay.
Mahima, are you
Yeah.
observing Ramadan?
Yeah.
How's that going?
It's pretty good actually. I'm kind of used to it because it's like 30 days right now. I'm kind of like it's fine. I live without food.
Okay, good for you. Good for you. All right, guys, we'll talk to you
Yeah.
soon.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Oh, guys, I am so sorry. I screwed up. You can't see the chat. You can't see any of the questions. So I really screwed up here. So I know it's a little bit late, but I'm hoping that you've been able to chat amongst yourselves and come up with some of your own questions or share some of your own experiences, even though I did not post the chat right here, but it's here in case anybody wants to use this. Just about to ask if you're still using oh, okay, perfect, beautiful. That's great. I'm glad you guys are talking with each other. Great. Any questions? Any issues? Everything okay?
Yeah, we're okay. We're just using the chat box to talk to each other.
Okay, great. And thanks for staying a little bit later. We'll all come back in about 5 minutes, okay?
That's all right. It's nice to chat.
I know. That's why I'm so glad you guys are doing it. All right, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Okay. How's it going, guys? Good. Hey, we're back. Oh,
You
Hey
sent
there, we're
out the
back.
breakout room.
sorry about that. I accidentally sent you another. Are you guys still there? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, great. All right, guys. How was that?
It was good.
Juliana, Chanel, Nicole, Harsh, Cornisha, any feedback?
I feel that is really great to finally meet the people you're in the class with.
I know. I'm so sorry. It took me so long to do this. We're going to do this I'm going to try and do this every week now. Okay. See, that was the benefit of you guys telling me that feedback that I wanted. So I'm so glad that you guys gave me your feedback. I'm sorry that I had some technical difficulties getting that info to you. I'm going to work on that this week so that it'll be smoother next week, and we'll have more time next week to chat. All right. Just to close everything off, it's 4:30. I'm going to talk really fast so I can get you out of here. First of all, thank you for staying late. Second of all, one of the greatest things about this week and the rest of the semester, no more diaries. Yes, but we do have a big term project, which you will have a month to work on, almost a month, actually. It's going to be due on June the 3rd. So you've got 3.5 weeks. Actually, about 4 weeks to work on it. And it's creating your own Canada Food Guide, your own personalized Canada Food Guide. How can you take the Canada Food Guide and make it personal to you? So I'm going to be sending you the instructions, and I'm going to be sending you not only the instructions, I'm going to be sending you the rubric, and I'm going to send that to you today. You'll have a chance to look at it this week. We will talk about it next week in class. And certainly if anybody has questions about the assignment during the week, between now and next week, please feel free to email me, okay? That's it. You guys have been great, staying later than we normally do. So much to talk about, so little time, but I really look forward to our Thursday afternoons together. You're a great group. I'm not only really pleased to know you, I am proud to know you all. When is the last day of the course? Well, Celine, since you've signed up for 3 years, I don't have an exact date, but I can tell you that it's going to be in 2024, right? So it'll probably be in June of 2024. Okay, how's that? I can get you the exact date. I know that Zach has also signed up for the 3-year class. Who else has signed up? I think, is it Aiden? I think Aiden signed up for the 3-year class as well. Just kidding, guys, just kidding. The last day of class is going to be June the 3rd. That's Thursday, June the 3rd. So we got a few weeks left, which is fantastic. All right. I'm going to hang out here for a few minutes in case anybody wants to chat with me. Otherwise, I will be sending you the assignment. Oh, by the way, thank you all for sending me your mindful eating diaries. I haven't graded them yet, but I will grade them over the weekend. I hope you found that exercise helpful. And have a great night. Have a good weekend. Stay safe. Mask up. And stay awesome. You guys are just awesome. All right. I'm going to be here for a few minutes, and we will talk to you later. Natalia, magandang hapon.
Have a good evening.